What's good? What's good? What is good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Big Fight Field channel, where we speak the truth, we're honest, and we give our takes on the Philadelphia 76ers, man. It's been about 3 weeks since I've had some Sixers content on the Big Fight Field channel, and tonight they just wrapped up their 5-game road stretch against the Minnesota Timberwolves. They won 117-94. We're going to talk about that Sixers road stretch, why they're getting hot at the right time right now, and all of that, man. I'm excited. I'm very excited, man. I'm getting back on top of the Sixers content. I'm done college March 24th. I'm graduating. I was focused on AEW and Revolution for a couple weeks. I'm still going to be doing the AEW reviews. So I'm going to be doing some live streams. Probably won't be live streaming tomorrow night, though, just to let y'all know. Probably won't be live streaming tomorrow night. But we got some freaking Sixers basketball to talk about, man. I'm going to be talking more Sixers basketball here on the Big Fight Field channel. We are a month away from the NBA playoffs. I'm so excited, man. I'm going to try to go to a Sixers playoff game this year. And if I do go to a Sixers playoff game, which I'm hoping comes true, I will be vlogging that for you guys 100%. But man, I want to talk about this, man. James Harden, Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey. This team is unbelievable, man. They go 4-4. They win 4 out of 5 on the road. They return home Friday night against the Portland Trail Blazers and Sunday night against the Washington Wizards. It's going to be a very busy weekend for me, man. So, by the way, as far as content-wise with a very busy week, all I'm doing is an AEW review tomorrow night, and that's basically it. I got a very busy weekend ahead of me. I'm calling a softball game on Friday night. I'm calling a baseball game on Saturday, and then Sunday, my ass is heading up to Clearwater, Florida to go watch some Philadelphia Phillies spring training, and then at evening, we got the March Madness selection show. I'm so excited, man. I'm so excited. It's going to be a great weekend. It's going to be a great weekend for me. I'm also going to March Madness next week. I don't know if I'm going to vlog that. Probably not, because I'm not going to all the sessions. I'm only going to I can't go to the afternoon session because I have school. But, man, a lot of good stuff's coming up, man. But let's talk about these Philadelphia 76ers. They go on the 5-game road trip, and they go 4 out of 5, which I think is great. I will gladly take 4 out of 5 on the road in March when you need to get wins, when you need your best players on the court. And it all started last Wednesday when they defeated the Miami Heat 119-96. Joel Embiid did not play that game, but James Harden was really good. Tyrese Maxey had 27 points in that game. Paul Reed had 16 points, 14 rebounds off the bench. Their one loss was to the Dallas Mavericks, and this is going to be my only criticism for this video, is the Sixers' perimeter defense on this road trip was not good, which is basically defending the range, defending the three, and they cannot stop the opponent's best players, I should say. And the Dallas Mavericks picked them apart in last week. In that perimeter defense, they gave up 42 points to Luka Doncic and 40 points to Kyrie Irving. And that's just not acceptable. The Sixers' defense was atrocious in that game, and they just could not stop Luka Doncic. They could not stop Kyrie Irving, and it's why they lost that game. Doc Rivers just made no adjustments at halftime in that game, and wasn't great. It was a bad loss. game that had no adjustments. But then they get a win, so they make up for that loss against Dallas with a win Saturday night against the Milwaukee Bucks. Prime time. They win by 3, 133 to 130 over the Milwaukee Bucks. They snapped their 16-game winning streak. They snapped the number 1 team in the NBA, their 16-game winning streak. That was such a big win for the Sixers, and I feel like that was a confidence booster for the Sixers in that game against the Milwaukee Bucks. They were down big. You know, they were down at halftime. They were down by like 15 points going into the – they were down by 15 points in the fourth quarter. They come back. They scored 48 points. They scored 48 points in that fourth quarter to beat the Milwaukee Bucks last Saturday night. Joel Embiid had 31 points, 6 rebounds, 10 assists. James Harden had 38 points, 9 rebounds, 10 assists. It was the Embiid-Harden show. Tyrese Maxey also had 26 points. I'm going to talk about him a little bit later. But that was just an amazing win, man. That was just a great road win, a great confidence booster for that Sixers team. And then last night, they defeat the Indiana Pacers with a combined of 290 points in that game. Again, the perimeter defense, the paint defense for the Sixers in that game was just awful. Tyrese Halliburton went off in that game. It was a good thing that Joel Embiid shut out Miles Turner, only held him to 10 points. He did the same thing to Rudy Gobert tonight. But Tyrese Halliburton, this is what I'm talking about. With what they did, what they let Luka and Kyrie Irving do to them last Thursday. Last night, Tyrese Halliburton had 40 points, 3 rebounds, 16 assists for Tyrese Halliburton. He went off against the Sixers, but it's a good thing Joel Embiid went off too, because he had 42 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. James Harden. People don't give the Sixers credit when it comes to top teams in the NBA because they're like, oh, they're just going to choke in the playoffs. The Sixers are just going to choke in the playoffs. And this is the part where I'm going to talk about James Harden for a little bit. The Sixers are different from this year, from previous years, compared to this year. Do you know why they're different this year compared to the other teams? Compared to last year? Because when they traded for James Harden last year, James Harden had to build 6 weeks of chemistry before going into the playoffs with the Sixers. And then at that time, it wasn't enough time with the Sixers. He was dealing injuries. He wasn't in great shape. And Doc Rivers was just like, here you go, man. Here you go. Throw him out to the Wolves, and let's see what you can do for our team in the playoffs. This year, James Harden and Joel Embiid have had an entire season to build chemistry together. And when I tell you, they are one of the best duos in the NBA. They are one of the best duos in the NBA. I'm not ready to say they're the best, but damn, they're probably like number 3. I would put Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum at number 1. I'm trying to think of some really good duos right now. I think Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo for the Miami Heat, even though they're having a very underwhelming season. I think Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo is a very good duo. I'm just thinking of Eastern Conference teams, but I would put them at 2. I would put them at 2. I would say Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown and Embiid, Harden and Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo. James Harden is a difference maker on this team, man. James Harden, if he's playing the way he is right now he didn't play tonight. he took the night off, which I have no problem with. If he plays like the way he's been playing, man, the Sixers are going to get past the second round. If James Harden and Joel Embiid are playing the way right now, the Sixers could get past the Milwaukee Bucks. The Sixers could get past the Boston Celtics, which is a team who's gotten outnumbered recently, but we've had some really close battles when it comes to the Sixers and the Boston Celtics. We are so close, man. And then tonight, before I get into Tyrese Maxey, tonight the Sixers, they cooked the Minnesota Timberwolves. They absolutely cooked the Minnesota Timberwolves tonight. 117-94. They cooked the Minnesota Timberwolves like a well-done steak. Like, well done. Like, cooked. They just got their way. 52-45 at halftime. It was off to the races after that, man. Minnesota didn't have a chance. Joel Embiid and Rudy Gobert was a good matchup going into the night. You know, Gobert, good defensive player, might be able to stop Embiid. Nope. 39 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists for Joel Embiid, which, by the way, Joel didn't even play in the fourth quarter. Man. He had 39 points at the end of the third quarter. That's how insane of a performance it was. Tobias crashing the boards tonight, baby. I love it. 10 points, 14 rebounds. Tyrese Maxey. This is what I'm going to get into Tyrese Maxey right here. This kid is special. This kid is unbelievable. I love Tyrese Maxey. We didn't know who that third man could possibly be for the Sixers. You have Harden, you have Embiid, obviously. Tobias Harris, he's not that guy. He'll have good nights for you here and there, but he's just not, you cannot rely on Tobias Harris for that third man because he's just so inconsistent. Tyrese Maxey is that third guy, which I talked about 3 weeks ago. Tyrese Maxey, I said, could be the difference maker. Like I said with Harden, I trust Harden. I do. I know he's had postseason drama, but I trust James Harden. He's incredible. If Tyrese Maxey is putting up 20 points a game in the playoffs, the Sixers team is going to be, you're not going to want to fuck around with the Sixers. If you got Harden doing what he's doing, and being an absolute monster, and Tyrese Maxey putting up 20 points, man, the Sixers team, it's not going to be fun to mess with in the playoffs. So the Sixers are 44 and 22. That's their record after tonight. And they're returning home for a couple games. Hopefully, hopefully they could string some wins together, man. Because we're creeping up on the Boston Celtics. We're right there, man. We are a game and a half back from the Boston Celtics. We're 44 and 22. We're a game and a half back from the Boston Celtics. We're 3.5 games back from Milwaukee. So it's basically Milwaukee, Boston, and the Sixers, and then everybody else is below. Hopefully the Sixers can get some nice wins to end off the week. They play the Portland Trailblazers on Friday, and then Sunday night they play the Washington Wizards. So hopefully they go 2-0. But that's all the information I have for you guys tonight. Thank you for joining me. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the Big Fight Fuel channel for some more content. We're going to be back for AEW tomorrow night. I'm pretty sure we will be. I'll let you guys know on Twitter. Hit the like button if you like what you heard from me. You can leave a comment down below your thoughts on the Philadelphia 76ers going 4-5 on this road trip. Tyrese Maxey, Joel Embiid, James, all of it, man. Leave your thoughts on the Sixers. Hit the like button if you like what you heard from me in the video. Follow me on Twitter and TikTok, where I make a lot of sports content. If you want to see me talk about the Sixers a lot, follow my TikTok page. It'll be worth it. But have a good one, guys. Stay safe. And as always, stay classy. And I'm out. Peace.